What up, YouTube? It's your boy Lazy, and we are here to talk about whether you need a mirrorless camera or a high-grade camera in order to get a good shot. Something professional, something you could sell. I'm here to tell you you don't. Right after this. Alright, welcome back. We're going to talk about how you can get good shots when you're talking photo with an old camera. It's more the lens that you use than the body. If you have a sensor or film and it has a good optical to get the light in and get a crisp image through the lens put on to the sensor, you will get a good image. If you set everything right, you do it all right, there's a little bit you can go out of bounds with, you don't have to follow the rules exactly. They're a good starting triangle of light, So, do you need? No, you don't need. When it comes to video, you're going to have a different story. You're either going to get a camera that is specifically for video or a hybrid camera, like a mirrorless DSLR. And again, a lot of it's going to come down to the lens, but it's also what the camera allows you to do for features. You can get an old camera, and with like Magic Lantern, with the right cameras, you can basically upgrade them to a cinema camera and get RAW. That's why I film with the R5. I do some filming with this, but the max quality on this T6 is 1080p, 30 frames a second, which gets most people by. It's a little pixelated, but it'll get you by for what you want to do. With this, I can shoot 4K, 8K, I can shoot RAW, so that's the biggest difference. When it comes to photos, the megapixels are going to depend on how far in you can pixel peep, and depending on how well you shot the photo and how crisp it is. If you do not have a high pixel camera, that's not a big deal. You can still get a crisp photo. All the photos that you'd ever seen in history up until this point were all shot on lower megapixel cameras, and they hold up. So, do you need to have a Canon R5 or a Sony A7 IV or A7 III or a FX3 or any of the top, or Komodo Red Dragon? No. To get good photos, you just have to have good to decent glass, like decent to great glass, and an eye, and you get a good photo. Learn your camera, learn how it works, go and take some photos. So we're gonna do a little game. I took photos with this camera, this lens, and this lens, and the lens that's on the R5 right now that you're seeing. We're going to do an A/B test. In the A/B test, just comment down below, without cheating, which ones you think are which. At the end, you'll see the actual camera that it was shot on, and I think you'll be surprised. I do. So, one of the big issues with trying to do this comparison between this camera and the R5 is that this is a crop sensor camera. Now, you can use the crop sensor on the R5, but you're not getting the full megapixels. It is more of a comparison of this camera and what its megapixels are when you crop in on that. A few of them are done that way, a few of them are still full frame, and then everything shot on this is, APS-C crop sensor. With that being said, let's go to the photos. Alright, we are out doing the outdoor photo section. We're using the old lens, or an older lens, and an older camera right now, and then we'll get to some comparison shots. So I'm doing shots with both the R5 and the Canon T6, same lens, and then we'll compare. The one difference is I'm gonna have to crop them into around the same. For one's a full frame, but one is crop sensor, so it's 1.6 crop in. Luckily, the R5 has a crop factor. It does cut down the pixels, so like if it's a 45 megapixel camera, it cuts it down to like 17 or something like that. So yeah, that's part of it. Let's get some photos. we're back. So you saw the photos. How well did you do? Be honest. Be honest. Did you get them all? Did you get a few? Did you get none of them? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see specifically, let me know. You can email me at lazyphotos@gmail.com. Sass suck. You can do whatever. Just leave it down there. Appreciate you. Subscribe. And stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to try to get these things more consistent. I'm not going to tell you when the next one is. We're going to try to stay pretty consistent here. So, love you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Staying on this journey. A lot of you been here since like the very beginning. Seeing the homeless trek. You've seen me cross state lines. You've seen me do a whole lot of stuff. And now we're here in Spokane doing it. If you're a Spokane resident and you need some photos, hit me up. lazyphotos@gmail.com. Subscribe. Love you. Peace.